I served the office thief his own stolen container at the potluck, so this whole thing started because of the fridge in our office break room. Or honestly, because of one guy named Derek and his complete inability to understand that food inside a fridge belongs to the person who put it there. I work in a mid-size accounting firm, about 40 people on our floor. We've got this one communal fridge that's been the source of more passive-aggressive sticky notes than actual work emails. And for like 3 months straight, my lunches kept disappearing. Not every day, just often enough that I started to notice a pattern. I'd bring in leftovers in this specific blue glass container my sister gave me. Nice one, with a snap lock lid. I'd put it in the fridge at 8 a.m., and by noon it'd be gone. Empty container in the sink if I was lucky. Just gone if I wasn't. At first I figured maybe I forgot it at home. Then I thought maybe the cleaning crew tossed it. But it kept happening, and only to my food, and always the good stuff. Never the sad salad, always the curry, the pad thai, the stuff that actually smelled like something. So I started paying attention, and I noticed Derek. Derek from the sales side, mid-30s, always talking about his macros, always somehow eating something that looked way better than whatever he claimed to have packed. One day I watched him walk into the break room empty-handed and walk out with a full plate. I didn't have proof, but I had a feeling. I mentioned it to my buddy Marcus, and he just laughed. Everybody knows it's Derek, he said. He's been doing it for years. Nobody's ever caught him with the actual container. That's the thing. Derek was smart about it. He'd scrape the food onto his own plate and rinse the container and leave it. No evidence. And if you accused him, he'd get this wounded look and go, "Wow, I can't believe you'd think that about me," and suddenly you're the bad guy. So I stopped saying anything. But I didn't stop planning. Our office does this quarterly potluck. Big deal, everybody brings a dish. HR sets up tables in the conference room, the whole thing. And the rule is you bring a labeled dish and you serve it yourself so people can ask what's in it. Allergies and all that. The potluck was last Thursday. And about a week before, my container disappeared again. Curry that time. I found it rinsed in the sink at 4 p.m. and I just stood there holding it and I thought, okay, Derek. So here's what I did. For the potluck, I made my curry again. The exact same recipe. And I put it in that exact blue glass container with the snap lock lid. The one that had been stolen from me probably a dozen times. And I labeled it with a little card that just said chicken curry mild. I set it on the table between the pasta salad and somebody's questionable looking dip. Derek showed up late like he always does. Loaded up his plate and he stopped at my container. I watched him. He looked at it. He looked at the lid. And I swear to you, I saw the recognition go across his face because it was the same container he'd been emptying for 3 months. He looked up and I was standing right there. "You serving this one?" he said, kind of careful. "Yeah," I said, "it's mine. Grab the container from home. You want some?" And I picked up the serving spoon and just held it out over his plate, waiting. He hesitated, just for a second. Then he goes, "Sure, yeah," real quiet. So I served him. Big scoop, right onto his plate. And then I said, loud enough for the people around us to hear, "Funny thing about this container, it keeps ending up in the break room sink. Somebody keeps borrowing it. Been happening for months. Weird, right?" The table went quiet. A couple people who'd complained about their own missing lunches kind of turned around. Derek laughed, but it came out wrong. "Ha, weird. Real weird," I said. "Anyway, enjoy. You clearly like it. You've had it a bunch of times." And I just stood there smiling at him while he stood there holding his plate with my curry on it in front of 8 coworkers. He didn't eat it. He set the plate down at the edge of the table and said he wasn't that hungry and left the conference room like the fire alarm went off. Marcus came up to me after, dying laughing. "Did you just, in front of everybody?" "He served himself," I said. "I just held the spoon." My blue container came back to my desk the next morning, clean, with a sticky note that said sorry and nothing else. Nobody's food has gone missing since.